Hello, everyone. Welcome to Proven Inspiration. I do hope you're having a good day. I'd like to provide you with training today, and our topic today is for happily married couples. The topic is, what do your words say about you? There's an ancient text in the Bible that says, death and life are in the power of the tongue. And too often, I find people being very slack with their words. I used to be one of them until I realized that your words are spirit and they are life. What does that mean? It means that when you say something, particularly when you say it repeatedly, you're giving that thing a life and you're giving it power to work in your life. And so you could be a married couple and you spend all of your energy being nice to everybody else. But when you come home, in the excuse or under the guise or excuse of being yourself, you slack off. You're snappy, you shout at your spouse, you're rude to your spouse, and you say you're being yourself. Now, the question you need to ask yourself going into 2021 is, am I being the best version of myself? Are you being the best version of yourself? Think about it. The way that you speak to your spouse, would you dare to speak to your boss that way if you were employed by somebody? My guess is no. Excuse me. Most people spend their time and they use up their energy being very courteous to your boss. You're very respectful to them. Why? Because they pay you money. So are you then saying that money is more important than the person that you have vowed and pledged to spend the rest of your life with? Are you saying that your spouse is of less importance, or that your boss is worth more effort because they're paying you money? You might not be saying that with your mouth, or you might not necessarily acknowledge that within you, but your actions speak for you. Because if you are spending more time being respectful and courteous to your boss, but when you get home you're snappy, you're not nice to your spouse, and I'm not saying that you won't be snappy sometimes, you're human, and mistakes occur. I'm not saying that. What I'm talking about is the general trend. The person that you are known to be, your words just depict you as a person who's just not nice. You're not nice to your partner. And they know this of you at home. Everyone knows this of you. You know this of you. And you say, I'm just being myself. Ask yourself again, am I being the best version of myself? Is my spouse worth the effort? Because that's really what it's all about, effort. And in relationships, people get lazy. You may have been married for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10, 15, 20, 30, however long. If your words are saying that you're a person who's not nice, if your words depict death, so you're always being critical, you're always being harsh, then going into 2021, I want you to actually review that and ask yourself if there's room for change, because it sounds to me like there will be room for change. And are you willing to change? I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to come naturally, because sometimes when you find yourself being nice or making the effort to be nice, you might think, oh, this is not really me. This doesn't really feel comfortable. It's okay. When you start to do something for the first time, or when you're practicing a new skill for the first time, it won't feel natural. Excuse me. It won't feel natural. It will feel unnatural. It will feel as if you're faking it. However, you must remember that if you can be a person at work who's nice, or if you're self-employed and you're nice to your employees, you can also make that effort. And it doesn't mean that you're being fake. It just means you're learning a new skill, okay? So if your words depict a person who speaks life, then that's great. Keep working on that. Never be complacent, because it's easy to slip into bad habits and to start to take each other for granted. However, if your words leave room for improvement, if you're someone who's very snappy, who doesn't think before speaking, who criticizes a lot, who uses harsh words, you compare your spouse to different people, and you just tear them down with your words. 2021 is a time for life. It's a time for change. It's a time for you to take stock and to revisit those vows that you made, and to actually become conscious and become aware that this person that you've decided to do life with is worth the effort, okay? When you put in the effort, you will get a bountiful harvest later on, because when you put in the effort, you're telling this person, I love you enough to be considerate of your feelings. I love you enough to take the time to think before I speak. I love you enough to hold some of my viewpoints inside because I know it will hurt you. Okay? Because timing counts. Timing counts, tone counts. And I'm not saying that you cannot provide your spouse with feedback that might appear negative, but the way that you do it, the tone in which you do it, and the time in which you do it all matters, okay? And all of that takes effort. But guess what? You're worth the effort, and your spouse is worth the effort. When I say you're worth the effort, it's you're worth the effort because when you start to do this, you become a better version of yourself, and you enjoy being within you, like you enjoy being you, because you're being nice to people, including your spouse. And when you find yourself being nice to people, you like yourself better. And when you like yourself better, other people like you better. That's just the way it works. Okay? So please, going into 2021, I want you to really analyze and assess what your words say about you. And if the answer is not something that you like, now is the time to make a change. Okay? These are my thoughts for you today. Please feel free to share this video with whoever you think needs to hear it. Until next time, from my heart to yours, do take it easy. Bye.